in the aftermath of the Ethiopian Airlines that crashed and killed all the 157 passengers on board involving the Boeing aircraft, India has joined a long list of countries to have grounded the Boeing 737. In fact, some of the countries have even barred the planes from using its airspace after aviation regulator DGCA issued directives to all Indian carriers to stop flying the Boeing 737 MAX aircraft. Spicejet has announced that they will be complying with the directives. The DGCA has now come just hours after Boeing, in a statement, said that they're going to be continuing with their operations. Boeing said that the safety in its number is their number one priority, and the 737 is an absolutely safe airplane. Even the US aviation regulator said that there were no basis to ground the aircraft. All 157 people on board the 737 MAX 8 operated by Ethiopian Airlines were killed when the plane crashed immediately after taking off. In late October, in fact, a 737 MAX 8 that was flown by Lion Air also went down off the coast of Indonesia. That has now triggered the panic that we're seeing across. Paulami Saha joins us for more on this. Paulami, so just give us the latest from the aviation watchdog DGCA. What do they plan to do next?
Well, as of now, what we know is that the DGCA has said that all aircrafts which are Boeing 737 MAX 8s will have to be grounded, and they will have to be done by 1600 hours today. Now, earlier it was said last evening when the order was issued that it meant to be an immediate instruction. Today, the clarification comes that it has to be by 4 p.m. today. This is to take into account that if there are any of these aircrafts flying internationally and are on their way back, also to make some sort of time provision and a window for these aircrafts to go into the maintenance facilities, into the parking lots as well. To give that kind of space, it has been decided that it will happen and has to happen by about 4 p.m. today, and no Boeing 737 MAX 8s will be in fact flying over Indian airspace as well after 4 p.m. today. So like other countries, there are some countries like the United Kingdom that have in fact stopped the Boeing 737 MAXs to in fact enter UK airspace as well. Flights have been turned back altogether, which were in fact these aircrafts. The airlines have been turned back. So that is happening in the UK, for instance. It will happen in India as well. Also, what we know is that the Civil Aviation Ministry has called for an emergency meeting with airlines to plan for a contingency plan, because a lot of flights will get cancelled. There will be a lot of passengers who will be inconvenienced as a result of this as well.
So
how do you cover?
I was even reading about how the passengers are going to be impacted with the price of the ticket that's bound to, that's bound to get hiked because of the sudden cancellations and the grounding of the 737 MAX Boeing.
Absolutely, and that is one of the subjects which will be discussed at that meeting at 4 p.m. which will happen in the ministry, which will be chaired by the Civil Aviation Secretary Pradeep Kharola. So that is going to be one of the important aspects. So they want to ensure that measures are put in place to withstand the impact of these aircrafts being grounded. Remember that Jet has been flying 5 of these Boeing 737 MAXs. They have already been grounded even before this scenario, because Jet is facing a financial crisis. And then, of course, there are 12 that Spicejet was flying, and hence Spicejet put out that statement last evening after the DGCA order that they will be complying with the DGCA's orders. Yes, there was confusion this morning, because what we learned from our sources is that Spice was still flying some of these aircrafts, which was about 4 or 5. We got the number, and that's when we saw the clarification from DGCA, and they said, well, the orders are to be implemented by 4 p.m. today. So by 4 p.m., all 12 of those Boeing 737 MAXs in Spice's kitty will have to be grounded.
All right, Paulami, thanks so much for filling us in with all the details, all the information coming in from the Aviation Ministry and the DGCA. We're going to keep a close watch and see as to what really comes out after that meeting takes place.